My topic is e-commerce pricing in detail explained, and let's go to the topic and let's go to the start. E-commerce pricing refers to the strategy and process of setting prices for products or services sold through an online store or digital marketplace. Pricing is one of the most critical elements of an e-commerce business, as it directly affects the profitability and competitiveness of the online store. E-commerce pricing strategies can include a variety of tactics such as dynamic pricing, freemium models, subscription-based pricing, volume discounts, and bundling. The goal is to find the optimal price point that maximizes revenue while also providing value to customers and staying competitive in the market. Pricing decisions must take into account factors such as product costs, customer demand, competition, and market trends, as well as the unique positioning and target audience of the e-commerce business. E-commerce pricing can be confusing and uncertain, especially for online businesses who have excessive competition or are not connected to their customers. Use the steps here to set your pricing strategies. Pricing is a challenging project for most companies. It's possibly even more complicated for online businesses. E-commerce, online marketing and selling to consumers, creates some challenges for companies to determine prices. The retail model is based on manufacturers suggesting a MSRP, manufacturer's suggested retail price. Some retailers may discount that price, but the MSRP is a standard price that is recommended for the sales amount offered to consumers. However, online retailers have been more aggressive in discounting and offering specials. The MSRP holds little power online because retailers are banking on selling items at a smaller markup and making up for the difference in volume. Online retailers have fewer expenses than brick-and-mortar stores. Typically, they do not have a retail sales space, retail sales employees, and an expensive storefront. Operating online is considerably less expensive. Warehouse space for inventory is far less costly than retail space. Shipping employees can handle orders quickly, and shipping costs are typically passed on to the customers. As a result, online retailers can offer lower prices. With more competitors, price cutting has become the norm. Therefore, determining a competitive online price can be difficult. One important decision companies face is setting prices. The three major pricing strategies are cost-based pricing, competition-based pricing, and customer driver or customer value-based pricing. Customer-driven pricing is the practice of setting prices according to customers' perceived value of a company's goods or services. The assumption basis for this model is that a customer is willing to pay a certain price when the value delivered exceeds that cost. Customer-driven pricing can work when a product or service is customizable as opposed to commoditized, for example, corn, as there will be many options if there are many competitors offering similar products or services. The pricing strategy can also be applied in different geographical markets, where supply and demand forces are biased toward the seller and the customer may be willing to pay more than a customer elsewhere. Customer-driven pricing is contrasted with competition-based pricing, setting prices based on competitors' prices and strategies, and cost-based pricing, in which a company concentrates on reaching a margin target with little regard to analyzing customers' perceived value. E-commerce pricing refers to the process of determining the prices of products or services that are sold online. Pricing strategies can vary depending on various factors such as competition, target market, product value, and business goals. Here are some common pricing strategies used in e-commerce. Cost-based pricing. This strategy involves calculating the production and operational costs associated with the product and adding a markup to determine the selling price. It ensures that costs are covered and profits are made. Competitive pricing. With this strategy, businesses set prices based on the prices offered by their competitors. The goal is to stay competitive in the market by either matching or offering slightly lower prices to attract customers. Value-based pricing. This approach focuses on the perceived value of the product or service to the customer. It involves setting prices based on the benefits, features, and unique selling points of the product, rather than solely relying on production costs. Dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing involves adjusting prices in real time based on factors such as demand, customer behavior, and market conditions. Prices can fluctuate based on factors like time of day, seasonality, and customer browsing or purchase history. Bundle pricing. Bundle pricing involves offering multiple products or services together as a package at a discounted price compared to purchasing them individually. This strategy encourages customers to buy more items, increasing the overall sales volume. Psychological pricing. This strategy leverages human psychology to influence purchasing decisions. It includes tactics like setting prices just below round numbers, for example, $9.99 instead of $10, or emphasizing discounts and savings to make the price appear more attractive. Freemium pricing, commonly used in software and digital services. Freemium pricing offers a basic version of a product or service for free, while charging for additional features or premium upgrades. This strategy aims to attract a larger user base and then convert a portion of them into paying customers. It's important to consider factors like profit margins, customer perception, market trends, and the overall business strategy when determining e-commerce pricing. Regular monitoring and adjustment of prices may be necessary to stay competitive and meet business objectives. To optimize pricing, companies need to consider how to best segment the market so that prices reflect the differences in value discerned by different types of consumers. To do this, companies must undertake a comprehensive understanding of how a customer values a product or service. If it is a business, is this product or service integral to its operations, something that is absolutely necessary to keep the business running smoothly? Does it provide additional or differentiated benefits to an ordinary consumer? If so, the company may be able to set prices at premiums to increase aggregate sales. If the company's offering is available to customers from several competitors in a given market and lacks meaningful differentiation, then customer-driven pricing is unlikely to succeed as a strategy to enhance revenues. Where competition may be thinner, even if its product or service does not distinguish itself, a company may be able to engage in customer-driven pricing because supply could be constrained relative to demand. Many people define e-commerce as selling or purchasing a physical product online. But the meaning of e-commerce also encompasses the sale and purchase of non-physical goods, such as services and digital products. Essentially, it's when a business sells online. Some e-commerce retailers sell exclusively online. For example, let's say an entrepreneur sets up a company selling high-end pet products. In the pre-internet days, they would have had two choices: retail their merchandise through their own boutique pet shop, or sell it wholesale to national pet goods stores. Today, those business owners have a third option: e-commerce. They can sell their products through their own website, a third-party site, or both. The lines between e-commerce and traditional retail overlap sometimes. When a customer comparison shops with her smartphone while standing in a brick-and-mortar store browsing its physical products, it's hard to classify the experience as one or the other. E-commerce has many benefits for businesses, as well as a few potential drawbacks. Online stores can improve the customer experience because shopping online is easy and convenient. Additionally, with a low startup cost and a wide range of tools available for entrepreneurs, starting an e-commerce business is much easier than starting another type of business. Low startup and operating costs. Starting an e-commerce business is generally much cheaper than starting a brick-and-mortar store because there's no rent or real estate costs, and you can start with fewer employees. Offers flexibility. E-commerce is a more flexible solution for businesses and their customers because customers can shop at any time of day, from anywhere. Easy to engage in data-based marketing. Your e-commerce store can provide you with a trove of marketing data through analytics and reports to help you make better decisions when promoting your business. Wide selection of available products. E-commerce offers a wider variety of available products for customers as opposed to brick-and-mortar stores, which can only hold so much inventory in the physical space they occupy. The term e-commerce refers to the act of conducting business transactions, such as buying and selling goods and services, over the internet. The development of e-commerce has revolutionized the way businesses operate and has had a profound impact on the world's economy and society. The most common type of e-commerce is B2C, business to consumer, which refers to the sale of goods and services from businesses to consumers. This is the type of e-commerce that most people are familiar with, as it includes online shopping and purchasing of items such as books, clothes, and electronics. B2B, business to business, e-commerce is also common and refers to the sale of goods and services between businesses. For example, a company may use an e-commerce platform to purchase raw materials from suppliers or to sell finished products to customers. E-commerce has many advantages over traditional brick-and-mortar stores. It is convenient for customers as they can shop online from the Businesses also have lower overhead costs as they do not always need to rent or maintain physical storefronts. In addition, e-commerce businesses can reach a global market of potential customers with ease. Due to these differences, significant changes have taken place in the retail industry as a whole. Many brick-and-mortar stores have closed down, and an increasing number of people are making purchases online. E-commerce pricing refers to the process of determining the price of products or services that are sold through online channels such as websites, mobile apps, and social media platforms. E-commerce pricing strategies can vary depending on the type of product or service being sold, the target market, and the competitive landscape. Cost plus pricing: this involves adding a markup to the cost of a product to determine its selling price. Value-based pricing: this pricing strategy takes into account the perceived value of a product or service to the customer, rather than just the cost of production. Dynamic pricing: this pricing strategy involves adjusting the price of a product based on changes in demand, supply, or market conditions. Bundle pricing: this involves offering products or services in a bundle or package deal at a discounted price. Freemium pricing: this strategy offers a basic version of a product or service for free, while charging for premium features or services. Psychological pricing: this strategy involves setting prices that appeal to customers' emotions and perceptions, such as setting prices just below a round number, or using odd pricing, such as $9.99 instead of $10. It's important for e-commerce businesses to carefully consider their pricing strategy in order to remain competitive and maximize revenue. One significant difference between e-commerce and more traditional forms of business relates to pricing. Traditional brick-and-mortar retail stores have historically based their prices on a product's manufacturer's suggested retail price, MSRP. This is the price that the manufacturer of a product recommends that retailers sell it for. The MSRP is not necessarily the actual selling price of the product, but rather a suggested price that retailers can use as a starting point. Oftentimes, the price that traditional retailers charge for products will be at somewhat of a discount to MSRP, but this depends on several factors such as the particular product, the retailer's margins, and any special sales or promotions that may be going on. In comparison, e-commerce pricing strategy, the pricing for online sales, has generally had significantly more aggressive pricing discounts on products, with MSRP playing a much less important role. There are a few notable reasons for this. One reason is the fact that online businesses have lower operating costs and overhead costs. They can then pass these savings on to their customers in the form of lower prices. For example, online businesses do not have to pay rent for a physical storefront, typically have fewer employees, and may have lower inventory costs. In addition, online retailers are not bound by the same geographical constraints as traditional stores and can reach a global market of potential customers. With so many potential customers at their fingertips, online retailers can make up for pricing differences with sales volume. E-commerce pricing refers to the strategies and methods used by online businesses to determine the prices of their products or services. Pricing plays a crucial role in the success of an e-commerce business, as it directly impacts profitability, competitiveness, and customer perception. Here are some common pricing strategies used in e-commerce. Cost-based pricing: this approach involves setting prices based on the cost of producing or acquiring the product, along with a desired profit margin. The business calculates all costs, including manufacturing, packaging, shipping, and overhead expenses, and adds a markup to determine the final price. Competitive pricing: with this strategy, businesses set their prices based on the prices offered by their competitors. The goal is to position the prices in line with or slightly lower than the competition to attract customers. Price monitoring and regular adjustments are necessary to stay competitive in the market. Value-based pricing: this strategy focuses on the perceived value of the product or service to the customer. The price is set based on the benefits, quality, uniqueness, and overall value that the product offers. Value-based pricing allows businesses to charge higher prices for premium or exclusive products. Dynamic pricing, also known as surge pricing or demand-based pricing: this strategy involves adjusting prices in real time based on factors such as demand, supply, seasonality, or customer behavior. Dynamic pricing is commonly used in industries like travel, hospitality, and online marketplaces to optimize revenue and respond to market fluctuations. Bundle pricing: This strategy involves offering multiple products or services as a bundle at a discounted price compared to purchasing each item individually. Bundle pricing encourages customers to buy more items, increases average order value, and can help clear out excess inventory. Psychological pricing. This strategy leverages psychological factors to influence customer perception of prices. Examples include setting prices at $9.99 instead of $10 or emphasizing discounts and savings through 50% off or limited-time offer messaging. Freemium pricing, commonly used for software and online services. Freemium pricing offers a basic version of the product for free, while charging for additional features, functionality, or premium versions. This strategy allows businesses to attract a wide user base and then monetize through upgrades or subscription fees. Membership pricing. This model involves charging customers a recurring fee to access exclusive benefits, discounts, or premium services. Popular examples include Amazon Prime and various subscription-based e-commerce platforms. It's important for e-commerce businesses to consider their target market, competition, product differentiation, and overall business objectives when deciding on a pricing strategy. Regular monitoring, analysis of market trends, and customer feedback can help optimize pricing and ensure long-term profitability. Aside from the most common factors that influence the pricing of products, i.e. cost of goods, shipping costs, etc., there are a few additional considerations that businesses must take into account when pricing products for sale online. Each of these factors will play a role in how customers perceive value and ultimately make purchasing decisions. Excellent service. Outstanding service is one of the most important factors in determining an e-commerce pricing strategy. This is because customers are not able to physically see or touch the product before making a purchase. As such, they are relying on the e-commerce business to provide accurate descriptions, answer questions, and deliver the product in a timely manner. If an e-commerce business does not provide excellent service, it will be difficult to charge premium prices for its products. Positive ratings from customers. The ratings that an e-commerce business receives from other customers can also have a major impact on its pricing strategy. Customers will often look at ratings before making a purchase, and if an e-commerce business has poor ratings, it will be difficult to charge high prices for its products. Unique business characteristics. Another important factor to consider is the unique characteristics of the e-commerce business. This includes things like the product mix, target market, and brand identity. For example, if an e-commerce business specializes in selling high-end luxury products, it will be able to charge premium prices for its products. Customer-friendly return policy. Finally, an e-commerce business's return policy can also impact its pricing strategy. A customer-friendly return policy, where customers can easily return products if they are not satisfied, often helps to build trust and confidence with customers. This is because customers know they can return a product they don't like or need. In many cases, customers are willing to pay more for this sort of guarantee and peace of mind. E-commerce pricing refers to the process of determining the cost of products or services sold online. Pricing in e-commerce can have a significant impact on a business's profitability, competitiveness, and overall success. Here are some important factors to consider when setting e-commerce prices. Cost of goods sold, COGS. Calculate the direct costs associated with producing or procuring the products you sell. This includes manufacturing costs, raw material expenses, packaging costs, shipping fees, and any other expenses directly related to the product. Overhead costs. Consider your indirect costs, such as rent, utilities, salaries, marketing expenses, and other operational costs. Distribute these costs across your product range to determine their impact on individual item prices. Competitor analysis. Research and analyze the prices charged by your competitors for similar products. Consider factors such as quality, features, brand reputation, and customer perception to position your pricing strategy effectively. Value perception. Determine the value your product provides to customers and price accordingly. If your product offers unique features, superior quality, or exceptional customer service, you may be able to charge a premium price. Target market. Understand your target market's purchasing power, preferences, and price sensitivity. Different customer segments may have varying price expectations, so adjust your pricing strategy accordingly. Pricing strategies. Choose from various pricing strategies based on your business goals. These may include cost-plus pricing, adding a markup to the COGS, setting prices based on market demand and competition, value-based pricing, charging based on the perceived value to the customer, or penetration pricing, initially setting lower prices to gain market share. Discounts and promotions, consider offering discounts, coupons, or promotional offers to attract customers, increase sales, and build customer loyalty. Monitor the impact of these promotions on your profit margins to ensure they remain sustainable. Dynamic pricing, utilize dynamic pricing techniques to adjust prices in real time based on factors like demand, seasonality, customer behavior, and market conditions. This approach allows for optimization and can help maximize revenue. Pricing tools and software, take advantage of e-commerce pricing tools and software that provide data-driven insights and help automate pricing decisions. These tools can monitor competitors, analyze market trends, and provide recommendations for optimal pricing strategies. Customer feedback and data, continuously collect and analyze customer feedback and data to understand how your pricing strategy is performing. Use this information to make informed pricing adjustments and optimize your pricing approach over time. Remember that pricing in e-commerce is a dynamic process that may require regular evaluation and adjustment. It's essential to strike a balance between generating revenue and maintaining a competitive edge in the online marketplace. Many different pricing strategies are used in e-commerce. The differences in these strategies come from the various goals that businesses have and the unique characteristics of their products and services. Competitive pricing, in this type of pricing, businesses set their prices based on the prices of their competitors. The goal of competitive pricing is to remain competitive in the market and not allow competitors to take market share through lower prices. Bundle pricing. Bundle pricing is an increasingly popular pricing strategy in e-commerce. In this type of pricing, businesses sell products or services in a bundle at a discounted price. The goal of bundle pricing is to increase the average order value and encourage customers to purchase more products. This pricing strategy can be used in conjunction with other pricing strategies, such as competitive pricing or value-based pricing. Freemium pricing. Freemium pricing is a type of pricing where businesses offer a basic product or service for free and charge for premium features. The goal of freemium pricing is to increase the adoption of the product or service by making it free and then generating revenue from the premium features. Value-based pricing. Value-based pricing is centered around the perceived value of the product or service to the customer. Businesses will set their prices based on what they believe customers are willing to pay for the product or service. Price skimming. Price skimming is a pricing strategy where businesses charge high prices for their products or services when they are first introduced to the market. The goal of price skimming is to generate high profits in the early stages of the product life cycle. Cost-plus pricing. Cost-plus pricing is a pricing strategy where the price of a product is set at the cost of production plus a markup. The markup is typically a percentage of the cost of production and is used to cover overhead costs and generate profit. There are a number of factors that influence how a price is set on an e-commerce product. Aside from the most common factors for any product, i.e. cost of the good, shipping, etc., e-commerce businesses utilize things such as service quality, customer ratings, and customer-friendly return policies to help set their prices. There are a number of factors that influence how a price is set on an e-commerce product. Aside from the most common factors for any product, i.e. cost of the good, shipping, etc., e-commerce businesses utilize things such as service quality, customer ratings, and customer-friendly return policies to help set their prices. E-commerce pricing is the process of setting a price for a product or service that will be sold online. E-commerce pricing is typically much more flexible than pricing for products sold by traditional brick-and-mortar businesses due to the lower overhead costs, lack of physical location, and global reach of the Internet. E-commerce pricing refers to the strategies and methods used by online businesses to determine the prices of their products or services. Pricing is a critical aspect of e-commerce, as it directly impacts a company's profitability, competitiveness, and customer perception. Here are some common pricing strategies and factors to consider in e-commerce. Cost-based pricing. This approach involves calculating the total cost of producing and delivering a product or service and adding a markup to determine the selling price. Costs may include manufacturing, packaging, shipping, marketing, and overhead expenses. Competitive pricing. In this strategy, businesses set their prices based on what their competitors are charging. They aim to be in line with or slightly below the prices of similar products in the market to attract customers. Value-based pricing. This strategy focuses on the perceived value of a product or service to the customer. Businesses consider factors such as the unique features, benefits, and overall quality they offer and set prices accordingly. Premium brands often use this approach. Dynamic pricing. This method involves adjusting prices in real time based on market demand, supply, customer behavior, and other variables. It allows businesses to maximize revenue by charging higher prices during peak demand periods and offering discounts during off-peak times. Psychological pricing. This tactic leverages the psychological perceptions and biases of customers to influence their purchasing decisions. Examples include setting prices just below a round number, for example, $9.99 instead of $10, or using charm pricing, for example, $9.95 instead of $10. Bundling and upselling. E-commerce businesses often offer bundled packages or product add-ons to increase the overall value of a purchase. This strategy encourages customers to spend more and can lead to higher revenue and customer satisfaction. Promotional pricing. Temporary discounts, coupon codes, flash sales, and other promotional offers are commonly used in e-commerce to create a sense of urgency and encourage customers to make a purchase. Cost of production, including sourcing, manufacturing, packaging, and shipping costs. Competitive landscape and pricing strategies of competitors. Perceived value of the product or service to the target market. Market demand and customer behavior. Seasonality and market trends. Brand positioning and customer perception. Marketing and advertising budgets. Desired profit margin and business objectives. It's important for e-commerce businesses to regularly analyze and adjust their pricing strategies based on market conditions, customer feedback, and business goals. Less connection with customers. Because there's nobody to interact with when shopping, customers may feel less of a connection with your business. The customers also won't get the opportunity to touch the product before buying it to ensure it's what they really want. Requires more coordination for shipping logistics. E-commerce customers can be anywhere in the world, so business owners must ensure their shipping and logistics can get products to their destination in a timely manner. Customers will also have to wait to receive their products. Minimal customer service. Many e-commerce stores lack the presence of a customer service representative available to customers at all times to answer questions and resolve issues. An e-commerce business can operate as the digital arm of a retail giant or a physical store. It can also be a single person selling crafts out of their home through online marketplaces. Of course, there's a whole range between those extremes. E-commerce models vary widely and include many sales types. Here are the different types of e-commerce businesses. Business to business, B2B. B2B e-commerce refers to when a company purchases goods or services online from another enterprise. Some examples include a restaurant buying an ice machine or a law firm purchasing accounting software. Business software like customer relationship management, CRM, platforms and payment processing companies are considered to be B2B, too. B2B online sales tend to be more complicated than other forms of e-commerce because they rely on large catalogs of complex products to sell. Business to consumer, B2C. B2C online retail happens when a consumer purchases an item over the internet for their own use. Although B2C e-commerce seems more prominent, it's only about half the size of the worldwide B2B e-commerce market. Consumer to consumer, C2C. C2C operates like a digital yard sale or an internet auction in which individual people sell goods to each other. These might be products they make, such as handcrafts or art, or second-hand items they own and want to sell. Consumer to business, C2B. When a consumer creates value for a business, that's C2B commerce. Creating value can take many forms. For instance, C2B can be as simple as a customer leaving a positive review for a business or a stock photography website purchasing images from freelancers. In addition, businesses that sell second-hand products sometimes purchase merchandise from private citizens online. Business to government, B2G. These are sometimes called business to administration, B2A, sales. They happen when a private firm exchanges goods or services with a public agency. Usually a business contracts with a public organization to carry out a mandated service. For instance, A custodial firm might bid online for a contract to clean the county courthouse, or an IT firm might reply to a proposal to manage a city's computer hardware. Consumer: ever paid a parking ticket online? Then you've experienced C2G. This model also includes paying taxes online and purchasing goods from a government agency's e-auction. Anytime you turn money over to a public agency using the internet, you engage in C2G e-commerce. E-commerce pricing refers to the strategies and methods used by online businesses to set the prices of their products or services. It involves determining the optimal price point that maximizes sales and profitability while remaining competitive in the market. Cost-based pricing: this approach involves setting prices based on the costs incurred in producing or acquiring the product, along with a desired profit margin. Costs can include manufacturing, shipping, packaging, and overhead expenses. Competitive pricing: in this strategy, businesses analyze the prices of their competitors' products and set their prices accordingly. The goal is to either match or slightly undercut the competition to attract customers. Value-based pricing: this approach focuses on the perceived value of the product to the customer. The price is determined based on the benefits and features offered by the product, as well as the target market's willingness to pay. Companies often use market research and customer feedback to gauge the perceived value. Dynamic pricing: with dynamic pricing, prices are adjusted in real time based on various factors such as demand, supply, market conditions, and customer behavior. This strategy allows businesses to optimize prices and maximize revenue. For example, prices may be increased during peak demand periods or decreased to stimulate sales during slow periods. Bundling and upselling: bundling involves combining multiple products or services together and offering them at a discounted price compared to buying them individually. Upselling refers to offering a higher-priced alternative or additional features to customers during the purchasing process. Both strategies aim to increase the average order value and overall revenue. Psychological pricing: this strategy takes advantage of consumer psychology to influence purchasing decisions. It involves setting prices just below a round number, for example, $9.99 instead of $10, to create the perception of a lower price. This approach is based on the belief that customers are more likely to make a purchase when prices appear lower. It's important for e-commerce businesses to consider their target market, competitive landscape, costs, and profit goals when determining their pricing strategy. Regular monitoring and analysis of sales data, customer feedback, and market trends can help optimize pricing over time. Businesses of all kinds can start an e-commerce store and begin selling online. As illustrated in the section above, the relationships between businesses and their consumers can differ. At the same time, e-commerce businesses vary depending on their business model and industry. Below, we've listed a few common examples of e-commerce businesses. Retail: selling products directly to customers online. Wholesale: selling products in bulk online directly to consumers. Subscription: recurring payments in return for a product or service. Digital products: selling digital goods, including courses and software, that must be purchased to use. Do you have a great idea for an e-commerce enterprise? Whether you want to get into online wholesale, subscriptions, crowdfunding, digital products, or software as a service, there's a spot to open an e-commerce company in the e-commerce marketplace. From choosing a business name, integrating a payment system with a reliable online payment solution, to a supply chain management solution and a customer experience platform for your website, there are many aspects to take into consideration when starting an online store. Read our tips for how to start an online store for more. Here are some tips to start an e-commerce business while providing a great customer experience to set yourself up for success and e-commerce growth. In previous eras when information was not as free-flowing as today, companies had more latitude to vary its prices of goods and services among different customer groups. Product and service attributes, as well as prices, were not as transparent as they are today. This presents challenges to companies to set customer-driven prices because information advantages have been eroded. It is still possible, though, for companies that stay current on the needs of long-standing customers to retain pricing power when they provide product or service value that exceeds the cost to the customers. Customer-driven pricing is a pricing strategy in which a company sets prices according to customers' perceived value of its products and services. To be effective, companies should consider how to best segment the market so that prices reflect those segments' perceptions of value. Additionally, e-commerce businesses must also consider the impact of various fees associated with online sales, such as processing fees, transaction fees, and shipping costs. These fees can impact the final price of a product or service and ultimately influence customer purchasing decisions. Dynamic pricing is a popular e-commerce pricing strategy that involves adjusting prices in real time based on factors such as demand, inventory levels, and competitor pricing. Freemium models offer a basic product or service for free but require customers to pay for additional features or premium versions. Subscription-based pricing involves charging customers a recurring fee for access to a product or service over a specific period of time. Volume discounts encourage customers to purchase more by offering lower prices for larger quantities of a product, while bundling offers a discount for purchasing multiple products together. Ultimately, the success of an e-commerce pricing strategy depends on finding the right balance between maximizing revenue, providing value to customers, and staying competitive in the market. Continual monitoring and adjustment of pricing strategies are key to adapting to changing market conditions and customer preferences. Electronic commerce, e-commerce, refers to companies and individuals that buy and sell goods and services over the Internet. E-commerce operates in different types of market segments and can be conducted over computers, tablets, smartphones, and other smart devices. Nearly every imaginable product and service is available through e-commerce transactions, including books, music, plane tickets, and financial services such as stock investing and online banking. As such, it is considered a very disruptive technology. E-commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services over the Internet. It is conducted over computers, tablets, smartphones, and other smart devices. Almost anything can be purchased through e-commerce today. For this reason, e-commerce is often highly competitive. It can be a substitute for brick-and-mortar stores, though some businesses choose to maintain both. E-commerce operates in several market segments including business-to-business, business-to-consumer, consumer-to-consumer, and consumer-to-business. E-commerce pricing refers to the strategies and methods used by online businesses to determine the prices of their products or services. It involves considering various factors such as production costs, competition, market demand, and customer behavior to set the most optimal price for maximizing profits or achieving specific business goals. Cost-based pricing. This approach involves setting prices based on the production and operational costs incurred by the business. It typically includes adding a markup or profit margin to cover expenses and generate profit. While straightforward, cost-based pricing may not consider market factors or customer preferences. Competitive pricing. With this strategy, businesses monitor and analyze the pricing of their competitors and set their own prices accordingly. They may choose to match or undercut competitor prices to attract customers. Competitive pricing requires regular monitoring of the market and adjusting prices as needed. Value-based pricing. Value-based pricing focuses on the perceived value of a product or service to customers. It involves setting prices based on the benefits, features, and quality provided compared to alternatives in the market. Value-based pricing allows businesses to capture a premium if customers perceive their offering to be superior. Dynamic pricing. This strategy involves adjusting prices in real time based on various factors such as demand, supply, customer behavior, or external market conditions. Dynamic pricing algorithms can automatically increase or decrease prices to optimize sales and maximize revenue. It is commonly used in industries like travel, hospitality, and retail. Freemium pricing, often used by software or service-based businesses, the freemium model offers a basic version of the product for free and charges for premium features or advanced functionality. This strategy aims to attract a large user base with the free offering and convert a portion of them into paying customers. Psychological pricing. This approach leverages the psychology of pricing to influence customer perception. It involves using pricing techniques such as charm pricing, ending prices with 9 or 99, bundle pricing, or decoy pricing to create the perception of value or manipulate purchasing decisions. Subscription pricing, commonly used for digital services, subscription pricing charges customers a recurring fee for continued access to a product or service. It provides a predictable revenue stream for businesses and builds customer loyalty by offering ongoing benefits. It's important for e-commerce businesses to continually evaluate and adjust their pricing strategies based on market dynamics, customer feedback, and business objectives. A combination of different pricing strategies or a tailored approach. Industry, product/service offering, and target market. E-commerce pricing refers to the strategies and methods used by online businesses to determine the prices of their products or services. It involves considering various factors such as production costs, market demand, competition, profit margins, and customer behavior. Here are some common pricing strategies used in e-commerce. E-commerce pricing refers to the strategies and methods used by online retailers to determine the prices of their products or services. E-commerce businesses have various pricing models and techniques at their disposal to attract customers, maximize profits, and remain competitive in the digital marketplace. Here are some common pricing strategies used in e-commerce. Cost-based pricing. This approach involves setting the price based on the cost of producing or sourcing the product, along with a desired profit margin. It ensures that the price covers expenses and generates a reasonable profit. Competitive pricing. With this strategy, online retailers monitor the prices of their competitors and adjust their own prices accordingly. They aim to offer similar or lower prices to attract customers and gain a competitive edge. Value-based pricing. Value-based pricing focuses on the perceived value of a product or service to the customer. Online retailers determine the maximum price customers are willing to pay based on the benefits, features, and overall value they provide. Dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing involves adjusting prices in real time based on various factors such as demand, market conditions, customer behavior, and competitor prices. Algorithms and data analysis play a crucial role in dynamically setting prices to optimize revenue and profit. Freemium pricing. This model offers basic services or products for free, while charging for premium features or additional enhancements. It allows businesses to attract a large user base with the free offering and monetize by upselling premium options. Bundle pricing. Bundle pricing involves grouping multiple products or services together and offering them at a discounted price compared to purchasing them individually. It encourages customers to buy more and increases the average order value. Psychological pricing. Psychological pricing leverages human psychology to influence purchasing decisions. It includes techniques like using prices ending in 9 or 99, for example, $19.99, emphasizing discounts and savings, or presenting different pricing tiers, for example, bronze, silver, gold. Subscription pricing. This model charges customers a recurring fee for access to products or services over a specified period. It provides a predictable revenue stream for businesses and encourages customer loyalty. Price skimming. Price skimming involves initially setting a high price for a new product and gradually lowering it over time to attract different segments of customers. It allows businesses to capture early adopters and maximize profits before facing more price-sensitive customers. Promotional pricing. Promotional pricing offers temporary discounts, sales, or special offers to stimulate customer demand and increase sales volume. It can be used during holidays, seasonal events, or to clear out excess inventory. It's important for e-commerce businesses to analyze their target market, competition, product costs, and customer preferences to choose the most suitable pricing strategy for their specific situation. Additionally, regularly monitoring and adjusting prices based on market dynamics and customer feedback is crucial for long-term success in the e-commerce industry. In addition, e-commerce businesses can also use data analytics tools to analyze customer behavior and purchase patterns, which can inform pricing decisions and help identify opportunities for optimization. Customer feedback and reviews can also provide valuable insights into how customers perceive pricing and what changes could be made to better meet their needs and expectations. Another important consideration is transparency in pricing. Customers value honesty and transparency in pricing, and hidden fees or inconsistent pricing can lead to negative customer experiences and damage brand reputation. Clear and transparent pricing, with no surprises during the checkout process, can help build trust with customers and improve overall customer satisfaction. In summary, e-commerce pricing strategy is a complex process that involves considering various factors such as costs, fees, competition, customer behavior, and value proposition. It requires continuous monitoring, analysis, and adjustment to stay competitive and meet customer expectations. Transparency and honesty in pricing are also crucial to building trust with customers and ensuring long-term success. Overall, Finding the right pricing strategy for an e-commerce business requires a deep understanding of market dynamics, customer preferences, and business goals. By leveraging data analytics and customer feedback, businesses can optimize their pricing strategies and enhance their overall customer experience. With the right approach, e-commerce businesses can build a loyal customer base and achieve sustainable growth in a highly competitive market. One key strategy that can be effective for many e-commerce businesses is dynamic pricing, which involves adjusting prices in real time based on factors such as demand, inventory, and competitors' prices. Another approach is value-based pricing, which sets prices based on the perceived value of the product or service to the customer. Regardless of the strategy chosen, it's important for e-commerce businesses to constantly test and optimize their pricing strategies to ensure they are maximizing profit and meeting customer needs. This requires a willingness to experiment and adapt to changing market conditions. In addition to pricing, e-commerce businesses should also focus on other factors that can impact customer satisfaction and loyalty, such as shipping and return policies, website design and usability, and customer support. By taking a holistic approach to their business, e-commerce companies can build strong relationships with their customers and achieve long. Thank you for watching the video and subscribe the channel.